You know, guys, there is a video that has been trending on social media, and this is a video of an inmate, and according to multiple reports, this person is behind bars because of kidnapping. So he's a Zimbabwean kidnapper. He came to South Africa just to commit crimes, just like many illegal immigrants are doing in this country. So this video actually angered a lot of people because of what this person said. And guys, I must say that this is the most disgusting video that I've ever watched, at least this year. This is what the South African taxpayers are subjected to. This is what you people are paying for. These are the people that are laughing at you after you took care of them with your hard-earned tax money. I want you guys to watch this video, man, and I want you to tell me, what do you think about this video?
Yeah, hello haters. You put us in prison and you think we are suffering. No, my brother, we are doing extremely fine. Look how happy we are. And this morning we had breakfast, and in the afternoon we had lunch, and we had supper, and we are about to have dinner, my brother. We are doing extremely fine. We are not even suffering at all. We are happy. And look here, we are not even paying rent.
No.
We are not buying electricity.
No.
Nothing, my brother. We don't even cook food. They give us food for free. We don't even cook. Yeah, the difference is the same, my brother. No, we are not. No, my brother. We don't need toiletries. We give for free. And the education is going to be free in prison. We're not suffering. We're not suffering. If you think we are suffering, no, my brother. You are wrong.
Yeah, you're
no, wrong. Very wrong. Very wrong. Look out.
So, guys, you have been insulted. You have been insulted. Average South Africans that are struggling to make ends meet are being insulted. This is what's happening in the prisons. This is what the inmates are doing in prisons, and this is how they feel about you. You are paying for their survival, and this is how they basically thank you. This person says that we woke up in the morning and we had breakfast. We are about to eat again in the afternoon. And we are also about to eat at night. You think about the poverty that is killing average South Africans that are law-abiding. And the fact that these scumbags are having a nice time in jail. This is someone who came into the country illegally to kidnap. This is a Zimbabwean kidnapper, a scumbag of note. He's laughing at South African taxpayers. He's laughing at the fact that you people are paying electricity. You people are subjected to going to work. You people are paying for your own toiletries. You are paying for everything basically. And all of those things, he's getting them for free. Is this what they mean when they say that this is correctional service? You look at that person, man. Do you think when that person gets out of jail, he's actually going to think about the choices that he has made in his life? Do you think that when that person gets out of jail, he's actually going to think that I need to look at my life and actually start making better choices for my life? Are you even surprised that crime is not even going down in the country? Are you surprised that criminals do not respect the rule of the law? You know, guys, as a South African man, to say that I'm offended, it's an understatement. To say that I'm angry, it's an understatement. To think that there are families today in the country that are crying because their loved ones have been kidnapped. To think that there are families in this country that are sleeping not knowing where their loved ones are. And you have this person who has been accused of being a kidnapper, laughing at South Africans, telling you that you think that we are having it hard here. No, we are not having it hard. We are living a nice life. We have everything. We don't have to pay for electricity. You see this electricity that you people are complaining about, we don't have to pay for it. You see this toiletries that you people are paying about, the food that is expensive that you people are complaining about, we don't have to pay for the food. This is how these people are feeling. And I'm not gonna base this video on this scumbag, but I think this guy just literally showed us as South Africans what really goes on in jail. Man, to think that law-abiding South Africans are struggling to make ends meet, to think that law-abiding South Africans are struggling to take care of their families, then you have these people in jail who have committed terrible crimes, laughing at you and the fact that you guys are taking care of them. He's even calling you haters. Hello, haters. You think that when we get locked up, or do you think when the judge is looking at us and giving us 20 years, we actually gonna have it tough? You think when the judge gives us 15 years, we actually gonna have a tough life in jail? And the situation in jail is gonna make us reconsider what we have done? No. It's nice in here. He has social media. He has social media. He has a video. They have internet. They have social media. This is a joke. This is a joke, and this is an insult to hard-working South Africans. This is an insult to hard-working South Africans. If you know that you work hard and you pay tax, some of your tax money is going to feed this scumbag who is now laughing at you. Your money is taking care of these scumbags. South African prisons are a joke. The correctional service, it's a joke. It's a joke. No wonder crime is going up in this country. No wonder why criminals feel emboldened in this country. They know that moving us away from the society, it's actually doing me a favor, because I'm gonna live life in jail and I'm gonna have everything I need. How many South Africans are struggling to feed their families? How many South Africans are struggling to take care of their families? The things that people are doing out here to feed their own families. Then you have these kind of scumbags laughing at you and saying that we are getting everything for free. Guys, this is a joke and this is an insult to us. This is a joke, this is an insult to us, and I hope that Peter Groenewald is actually going to do something about this. This has been going on for years. The inmates have actually been laughing at South Africans for years. And just think about it, man. These people are terrorizing the communities. These people are leaving families with permanent scars. And at the same time, the same families are taking care of the same people that have terrorized them. The same communities that have been terrorized by criminals are now taking care of criminals. This is a joke. We are a joke. As a country, we are a joke. We are a joke. And apparently, this video angered so many people that it actually got to the authorities. So there's another video that this scumbag has actually released. But I think that this video was actually shot there in prison, basically forcing this idiot to make an apology. But
yeah, start. Start.
As much as people are saying, yeah, he got what he deserved. Yeah, what did he think was going to happen? His actions caught up with him. But I don't think that this actually removes what actually goes on in the prisons. Just because there's a video, a 30-second video of this guy appearing as remorseful, I don't think it actually does anything. I don't think that it removes from what is happening in the prisons. Man, I'm so angry, man, at these people, man. I'm so angry. I have literally ran out of words, man. Just imagine, man, these people are jumping the borders, coming into the country, man, and committing heinous crimes against the South Africans. These are the people that we are supposed to say these are our brothers and sisters. According to some political parties, according to some politicians, we are not supposed to talk about these things because these are our brothers and sisters. This person in jail is living nice. Is living nicer than he was living in Zimbabwe. Can you think about it? In Zimbabwe, this scumbag had nothing. He didn't know what to eat. He didn't know where his next meal is going to come from. But now he's in jail in South Africa. He knows that in the morning we're going to eat. Afternoon we're going to eat. In the evening we're going to eat. We are getting toiletries. We don't have to pay for electricity. We have cell phones. We are basically enjoying our lives. So this is a vacation. This is a vacation. When South Africans are clapping hands and saying, yeah, at least such and such has been locked up. These people are laughing at us. They are laughing at us. They are laughing at us because we are a joke. They are laughing at us. I honestly hope that the new Minister of Correctional Services, I hope that Peter Groenewald is going to step up and start doing a clean up on these prisons and start making these people feel like they are in prisons. This nonsense of these people going to prison, for them to behave like they are in vacation, for them to even feel like they are in vacation, needs to stop. These people need to be made to feel like they are in prison. They need to feel like they are in prison. They need to suffer for everything that they have done to the communities. They need to suffer for the trauma that they put communities through. I've never been so sick in my stomach before.
Start. Yeah, start. Continue. Start.
Hello haters, if you think you put us in prison and you think we're suffering, we're doing extremely fine. This morning we had the breakfast and this afternoon we had lunch. We're not suffering at all.
And now they found me.
And now they found me, they catch me. Now
guys, this guy doesn't care, man. This guy is simply repeating what the wardens are actually telling him to say. He doesn't care. He doesn't care. He's actually repeating what he's been told to say. But I feel like South African taxpayers, man, should be outraged. I feel like the people should be outraged at the fact that stuff like this is actually taking place. I feel like South Africans should be mad with the fact that this stuff is actually happening. They should be mad. Can you imagine, man, a low life scumbag, man, a kidnapper of note, laughing at South African taxpayers because he doesn't have to pay for anything? Justice.
A viral video circulating on social media has sparked outrage and debate about the conditions and privileges for prisoners in South Africa. A Zimbabwean national remanded at Goodwood Correctional Centre in Cape Town for kidnapping allegations brags about the comfort of life behind bars. He claims to have access to free food, electricity and education, and also the ability to use a cell phone to post content on social media. And this has raised questions around the effectiveness of rehabilitation programs, security and even discipline within our correctional facilities. For more on this story, we are joined by the president of the South African Prisoners Organization for Human Rights, Mr. Miles Budu. Mr. Budu, a good morning to you and welcome to the AM Report.
Good morning for having me, even though my view here is not one of the best. Nevertheless, let's rock and roll.
No, it's all good. We're going to be able to see you and we can hear you clearly, which is great. I wanted to start with this, Mr. Budu. I don't know if you've seen the video, but you certainly will be able to hear the audio. If our viewers haven't seen it, here it is. Take a look.
Yeah, hello haters. You put us in prison and you think we are suffering. No, my brother, we are doing extremely fine. Look how happy we are. And this morning we had breakfast, and in the afternoon we had lunch, and we had supper, and we are about to have dinner, my bro. We are doing extremely fine. We are not even suffering at all. We are happy. And look here, we are not even paying rent.
No.
We are not buying electricity. Nothing, my brother. We don't even cook food. They give us food for free. We don't even cook. Yeah, the difference is the same, my brother. No, we are not. No, my brother. We don't need toiletries. We give for free. And the education is going to be free.
Well, there you have it, Mr. Budu. I don't know if you've seen that video, but you've certainly heard the audio now. Your reaction to seeing and hearing what that inmate has to say.
Well, it is for the first time after 35 years after my imprisonment that I'm so terrified, I'm so shaking, and I'm afraid that the worst is yet to come. And that is besides the fact that this is said by, I wouldn't be surprised if this is an undocumented foreign national from Zimbabwe. I mean, we know what's happening in Zimbabwean prisons. This is not Zimbabwe. And we must fight that this must never become Zimbabwe. I mean, the fact is, this happens when a Department of Correctional Services has ran out of ideas. The Department of Correctional Services has abandoned their mandate many years ago to make sure that this does not even become a story, because it is a bigger story for today and it is factual. And I can assure you that illegal, undocumented Zimbabwean national has been set up by locals to say whatever he wants to say because he's not from here. And they are protesting, they want attention. And this is the only way how they got the attention. This is headline.
No, man, I don't think this guy was actually... Because when you say that this illegal immigrant was forced by the locals, you are trying to remove him away from his responsibility. And you are trying to blame the local prisoners instead of actually focusing on the person who has said all of those things. So I don't think you are being generous when you say that this person has been forced, for a lack of better word, to say all of these things on behalf of the local prisoners.
And news, and the Department of Correctional Services has been running around. They've sent out their best emergency support team to go throughout the country, to go and kick bones, take cell phones, and that is exacerbating, and it's going to make prisoners, even those who are sentenced, very angry, and this might be something that can explode in our face.
But can we...
It's going to make them angry. It is going to make them angry. Are you telling me that taking away the cell phones from these people that are insulting South Africans is going to make them angry? Let them be angry. Let them be angry. So are we supposed to sit here and say that it's fine for these people to have their cell phones and to continue to insult the people that are taking care of them after committing heinous crimes, terrorizing the same communities? The same communities, are we supposed to sit here and be subjected to these people insulting us because it's going to make them angry? What the hell is wrong with this guy? What the hell is wrong with this guy?
We admit that we do have a problem of discipline within our correctional centers, right? And that's obviously going to be an issue. You've got someone who's wearing headphones, is recording with their phone, able to post on social media from within the Goodwood Correctional Center. And this is, of course, after the explosive revelation of the Thabo Bester saga, for instance, where it's alleged that he was running businesses with a laptop from inside the Mangaung Correctional Facility. So is there a big issue of discipline and even corruption in our correctional facilities? And is it dealt with sufficiently, in your view?
Yeah, there is a big of issue when it comes to discipline and corruption, because it's clear, it's evident, it's clear. Because if these people can still have their cell phones, can still have laptops, and they can still have internet, they can still conduct their businesses from jail. They can still conduct their businesses from jail. And to say that, okay, is it being dealt with decisively? Of course not. Of course not. The ANC has been in charge for the past 30 years. Of course not. So everyone is actually looking at Peter Groenewald. Everyone is looking at the new administration to actually make sure that these people start feeling like they are in jail, because these are the things that these people will not do in Zimbabwe. These are the theatrics that criminals in jail in Zimbabwe, they will never do. These are the things that they will never do. So, of course, there's corruption. There's corruption. The fact that those people are in jail with the routers, with cell phones, with laptops, with headphones, of course, there's corruption. And can you just imagine the kind of businesses that those people are still running while they are in jail?
Look, where I'm sitting, I will ask you with tears in my eyes, why for the past almost 30 years plus, the Department of Correctional Services has never allowed us to have this working and procedural agreement with them, so that we as an organization stop this from outside and from inside. They won't be able to stop it. They are interested in their month-end check and the perks that comes with the package to being a correctional services officer, that wear a brown uniform, shiny shoes, eat prison food, and handle and maintain the correctional services as a glorified Bantustan. I mean, we are one of these days going to meet the Minister of Correctional Services, and we're going to plead with him. We're going to go down on our knees that he let us go into a recognition and procedural agreement as a prisoners and ex-prisoners organization, and go and get political parties that are interested to stop this nonsense in our prisons to get in there and turn the tide.
Yeah, you're quoted in a piece in February this year where you say, people who say that SA prisons are hotels have never been to a prison or a hotel. I imagine that when people watch that video that I just showed right now, they may be concerned about whether or not that's true. At the same time, though, yesterday we were in conversation with the new Minister for Correctional Services, Dr. Peter Groenewald, and one of the things he's talked about is the need for the protection of human rights of inmates. There's of course been the Commission for Gender Equality, for instance, that's raised issues around sexual assault being on the rise in our prison facilities. I think it was 1,800 cases that were reported, and I say that emphatically reported, last year alone in our correctional facilities. So which one is it? And if you were the Minister of Correctional Services right now, what would your priority then be to deal with discipline and human rights within our correctional facilities?
I would let the correctional officers organize themselves as human beings and as workers in their own little corner, and then go to their unions and tell their unions what needs to be done in order for them as members to do the right thing. I would also advise the minister to allow prisoners to go in their own corners and organize them and do away with the gangster culture so that they come and tell organizations like us and the Department of Correctional Services what needs to be done collectively to make sure that when you are there, you are not going to be allowed to further your criminal activities and attitude and behavior. You are going to be turned into a productive, useful and law-abiding citizen by letting you go to work in the morning, earn a stipend, pay for your boarding and lodging, put money away for your family in a form of a grant where your mother and your father that is taking care of your children, that they get a grant so that when you come out of prison, the fires are still burning and you are not going to fall back into the criminal justice net. There's a lot of things that should have been done in the past 30 years. But I'm telling you, the reason why it never happened is just political deployees who will tell you that, Mas, listen here, we are here to enjoy ourselves. It is payback time, and these criminals deserve what they get. And I hope the new Minister, Peter Groenewald, are going to listen to us, because we've got stacks and stacks of proposals that can be implemented, monitored, evaluated. We do not condone what is happening in our prisons. And that particular Zimbabwean must be rounded up, and he must tell us who set him up to say all those things, because that was also a strategy on the other side to get the attention which the prisoners are now enjoying, both sentenced and unsentenced prisoners. In the past, gangsters used to attack correctional officers to get this kind of attention. But I see the strategy has changed. It is for real what is happening there. And of course, all of us need to do something about this. It has gone too little, too far. And the correctional officers who are complacent and assist this road to go on must be identified, must be rounded up, must be nailed, and they must also be jailed.
All right. Well, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much.
Man, the correctional services, man. Yeah, guys, the prison wardens. The prison wardens, man. Something needs to be done about those people. Something needs to be done about the prison wardens. There's no way. There's no way. Something needs to be done about those people, because without them, all of these people, they cannot be able to do all of these things they are doing. They cannot access all of these things that they are accessing. All of these things that they can access, they are doing them with the help of the prison wardens. All of them. All of them. So guys, please tell me what you think on the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button. And the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabal. So I will see you next time. Bye-bye.